Hi everybody, it's Eileen from Another Crafty Idea, and I'm just here with just a little craft along. I got asked a question a while ago about what do I do with my glue pages, and you know, most of my glue pages end up folded up either into journal cards or tags. But yeah, sometimes, you know, you get that many that you need to do something different with them. So I started doing other things with them. Now, I found that if you rip them out, instead of folding them over with the glue, if you just leave them to the side, they get less tacky, and then you can work with them and you can turn them into other things like these. So I thought I would just work on a couple with you and see what you think, you know. So I've got these, I'll go through the ones that I've got. So these ones are just your general multi-pockets. So you've got 3 pages here folded over, and I'll show you how I fold those. And that gives you a variety of different depth pockets to put different size tags in. So you could, you know, these are great for stuffed pockets. If you're going to do a stuffed pocket and you want to like have lots of different bits of ephemera in, they're fantastic. And you can do them different sizes, you can do them smaller, larger. And what I've done with these is I've used one sheet of paper and then torn it, so it's got this consistency going up, as you can see. But you can do them completely eclectic if you want. So that's one idea we're going to work with. These are the double journal cards, which I love, and so it's literally just a sheet of paper. I've folded over the bottom edge to make a little pocket, so you've got a journal card with a pocket in it, and then you could even have that sitting over the side of a page, you know, say that's your page. You could pop it on like that and stick a paper clip on, and then you've also got a tuck as well. So they're really versatile, those ones. So I've got a few of them, and some of them what I've done is I've folded them at both the top and the bottom, so you've got double pockets. So you've got pocket in the front, pocket in the back, and then in the middle it's a journal card. And again, they sit lovely over the edge of the page. Say this is your journal, you would just pop them on the page like this and get your paper clip, and you can pop your paper clip on, and then you can stick your journal cards in, and on both sides it's a nice decoration, it's a sturdy decoration, and it's a nice tuck spot as well. So say you had a journal card you wanted to use, there you go, perfect. And so I love making those. They can also just be tucked into a pocket, you know, with your cards in and that. So that's one of the ways that I use them. So I've got a few of them that I've made up. And then this one is a pocket, so I would glue this to the page on 3 sides, and then it would be a pocket in the top, so you'd have your tag in the top, and then this is a pocket as well. And then if you wanted to, you could even tuck something underneath there, because it's sturdy enough that it's going to hold wherever you tuck under. So that one's a multi-pocket as well. And again, you can turn these on the sides if you wanted it to be on its side, and then you've still got your pocket there, you've got your pocket there, and you've got your pocket there. So you've got all of your different bits and pieces sticking out. Say that was your journal card. There you go. And it's just, they're just so versatile, but it's so easy to do. And then there's these ones, and I've literally just folded this over just for decorations purpose, but because I've glued it down on that side, you could actually tuck little bits of ephemera under there, but then it's a pocket there, and if you want it to be, it can be a pocket there or a tuck spot that way, you know, like a side pocket. So that's those ones. And then this one, I'm pretty sure I saw Rachel doing these ones on Roxy Creations. So I think that's where I saw them. So you would glue this down on 3 sides, and then you've got your pocket at the back, and then you've got this lovely pocket in the middle. And that would be great for storing different types of ephemera. And I like the way that they sit on the page. They look pretty. So let's just get started with the basics. So I'm just going to fold a few, and then we can decorate some. So let's start off with the journal cards. So we'll do one with like one folded. So you literally just fold over the top of your page, and then you fold it in half, And then when we come to decorate that, and we'll decorate it, and then when we sew it, we'll sew around this, and then that becomes the pocket. So that's that one. For this one you're going to need a slightly bigger page. I mean, I suppose you could do a smaller one, but I prefer doing them with a bigger page. And it is as simple as you just fold like this, and then you're just going to fold, or you can do it that way depending, it's up to you which way you want to do it. You just fold the page up, and then once that's collaged, you've got your tuck there, and then you've got your pocket there. So that's that one. And then sticking with the bigger pages, the next one is you just fold this in half, and then we're just going to fold this down, and you can fold it to however deep you want it. You just want to go it to the corner, and there we go. And then when you sew around it, that'll be a nice pocket. Now this one is quite simple, though they're all very simple. I mean, sometimes I'll just sit and I've torn the edge of that one. Sometimes I will just sit and I will just, with a couple of book pages, and just sit and see what I can come up with. So I just fold that one like that, and then we're going to fold that up, and that's going to become a pocket. So I'm not going to fold it right to the edge, and then there you go, you've got your pocket. And you can have this as deep or as shallow as you want. This one's quite a deep one, but you can do them like whatever depth you want. Let's see if we've done them all. Now these ones are easy to do, and I'll just get a couple of pages. Actually, I'm going to use the smaller book for this one, because I think sometimes if they're too big, they can really take over a page. So I'm going to rip out 3 pages. Now imagine these are old glue pages that have all dried up. I've actually used them all up on these, so I'm having to just tear out pages. Now what you want to do is you want to get them so that they're all around the same depth. So I'm going to go to the second line of text, and because these are from the same book, it should be pretty standard measurement if you go it to the line of text. Now I'm going to fold this bottom bit up till it's at the same distance underneath that second line of text. Now just try and keep everything true, because it will try to move. And then there you go, there's your basic shape. And then we're going to decorate all these, then we'll sew around it, and that will secure the pocket. You can do these with 2 if you just want like 4 pockets, and so we'll do one with 2. And because we're just using 2, I'm going to leave this a little bit deeper, so I'm going to go to the 4th line of text. You can measure this if you want with a rule, it's up to you. I'm just eyeballing it, and it tends to work out okay. The one thing you want to make sure is that you've got everything straight before you try and fold. Like I said, it will try and jump out of the way, but you can always true it up again. And then just give it a foot, and there you've got 4s. You've got like a 4 pocket. So that's the basic ways of folding them. If you want to see it again, just rewind and watch again. I think that's all of them that I've done. Oh, I didn't do the double pocket page, so let's get this one. Now all you do, fold this up, and then we're going to just fold this back like that, and then we'll just fold the same distance on the other side. And there you've got your little journal card with a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back. So let's get these ones decorated, and then we can, I'm not going to sew them on camera, because you've seen me sew around things loads of times. I might sew 1 or 2, I'm not sure. So first of all, let's do these, because these ones, we'll just do one of them. So I'll do the 4, seeing as I've already done the other multis. And it's the same process no matter what you're using. So I'm going to pick a nice paper that I like, and I kind of like this one with the map, and I am literally just going to size this up to the page, and then I'm just going to tear down one side. And this is a quick, easy process, and it's good for mass making as well, because you know you can mass make these very, very quickly. And then simply going to stick that there like that, and I'm going to tear it just slightly above. Actually, I'll move it over so I can see better. I'm going to tear it slightly above the pocket because I want a little bit left over. Now on the first one it doesn't really matter, so we'll go to the top of the pocket on the first one. But then on this one I'm going to tuck it under a little bit, because you want it to sit down in the pocket a little bit. And then we'll just line up with the top of that pocket and then tear. And there's that one. And so we don't get them mixed up, we'll pop them in the appropriate pockets, because otherwise I will get them mixed up, because I'm terrible at that. And then we'll do the same here. And then the very top. Now I'm going to leave this one a little bit longer, because when I glue this to the page then it can become a top loading pocket as well. So I'm going to leave it a bit longer, because then I can fold some over, and that will strengthen the top of the book page so that it can become a pocket. So there we go. So all we've got left to do now is to just glue everything in place. And I mean, if you wanted to do just the strips, you could easily do all the strips the same width and then just use them as a template. So you know, there's loads of different ways of making this easy. So let's just get this one done. And again, you can do these in loads of different ways. You could decorate them with old book pages, with ephemera, with whatever you want. You know, you could literally use anything you want. And you can leave a little distance at the top if you want to see some of the book page itself coming through. That's, you know, that's nice as well sometimes, especially if you're using a book page that's got lovely yellowing on, because then you can you know, you can showcase the actual book page yellowing without losing all of that yumminess off the paper. So there you see, it's going to all correspond. There'll be like a gap, but that's fine, it's going to still look good. Just remember, if you are using very old book pages, they are thirsty, so I'll put a little bit extra glue on to anything that you're gluing to them, just, you know, to help them out a bit. And then that's the top one. Go new page. So instead of folding this over, I'm now going to sit this aside. If you've got a big workspace, or you know, on the floor, anywhere you can pop them, just leave them until the glue is dried, and then you can do whatever you want with them. And you've always got plenty of pages to play with that way. And yeah, they will still be a bit tacky, but you're gonna use them for something. You're gonna collage on them, so it doesn't matter that they're a bit tacky. Now you'll probably find that you'll go over slightly on one side. I always do. I don't know why. I try to keep my measurements precise. I can't help it. I always end up going over. And then just to finish that off, so you can see I've got my pockets there. So I've got one pocket, two pocket, three pocket. Oh, and I didn't leave that over at the tops, but four pocket. It's still going to be tough enough. I thought it was a bit longer. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to paper clip this together, and then I'll make a whole load of these, and then I can sit down and sew loads of them together on the sewing machine. So we've done that one. Next one we're going to do is this one, and you know, you can see this is just a simple and easy and quick way of doing any kind of collage, any kind of, you know, piece of ephemera that you've got. once you've got the actual basis of it, then the collaging of it just becomes, you know, the fun bit. For me anyway, the fun bit. So let's just get this one done. And you can quickly pop these out. It doesn't take long to do them, especially if you if you sit with a book, if you're just going to use book pages, you're not bothered about waiting for glue pages. Just sit on a night in front of the telly and use your you know, get your book out that you want to use, and sit and fold loads of bases, and before you know it, you've got a bag full of bases, and then you can just sit down and have a good old collage day and decorating day, or you can have them to hand for when you're making a journal. I'm just going to go drink. Excuse me, my throat is so dry. You can just have them to hand for when you're making a journal, and you want to use a specific type of paper, you know, like if you're using a digital kit and you want to use the kit itself for what you're making. You've got a bag full of bases ready. You can just pick one out, and then there you go, bang, you've got it, and you just collage it, and before you know it, you've got your ephemera. And you know, it doesn't take long to sew around them. You don't have to sew around them. That's a good thing about these. You don't have to sew around them, you can just glue them, and the work just as well. In fact, I'll glue one while we're making, and then you can see they're just as good without having sewn around them. So let's glue this one. Where's my tacky glue? I'm going to use the tacky glue to glue it. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue down each side to close that pocket, and then to close this pocket exactly the same. And then we'll close that up. Now there, that's finished. You know, it just needs decorating with whatever you want to put on it, and decorate it in whatever way you want. But that's done, you know, for all intents and purposes. You're finished with that. If you want to then sew around it at some point, then fair enough, but you don't need to now because it's already glued. So there you go. They're very versatile. This one, it looks trickier, but it's not. It's very, very easy. Let's just put this glue away. So to do this bit, first of all, just open it out. It's really simple. Choose the bit that you want on it, and then just tear it. You can tear it straight across if you want, but just tear, making sure that you're tearing underneath the line that you've folded, and that way it's going to sit fine. And it doesn't matter if the image then turns upside down, that's fine, unless you want to sit down and work out, you know, you would do it upside down at this stage, and that will leave you with your image the right way up. Personally, I'm not that bothered. It's only a map page, so it doesn't really matter. And there we go. Just maybe there's a little bit too much there. There we are. Right, now now again, we're going to use it as the guide. And then we want to tear it across, just line it up. There we go. And I kind of like, you know, it's nice to have a day of just sitting making ephemera, especially if you're getting to collage it. Oh, this is sticking. because it can be quite, you know, it's quite a nice relaxing thing to sit and do. Especially if you want to do some mass making. I can't get my words out today. Right, we want some more scraps. What have we got? Oh, this is a pretty one, isn't it? So I don't want to lose that flower. So I'm going to measure all the way up, because obviously when that folds, you know, but we can take that piece off, so that's not a problem. So let's just get that right. There we go. What I'm going to have to do, because I didn't tear that square, so let's get another piece. Don't worry, those pieces can be used for something else. This time I'm going to try and get it square. I tend to do too much by the seat of my pants and don't having to do things twice. So let's measure this time. It might be a bit more helpful. Isn't that a great image? I love that. I've got a bee journal coming up in my future, so that'll probably come in handy for that. Right, now I'm just going to glue this down. Let me just go a new page. I have been going through glue like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I've got a lot of things going on, and I'm working on several different projects, but boy, I've been having to restock my glue so much. I'm just going to leave that like that. I know I'm going to lose that flower, but I'm going to sacrifice it. There we go. Let's just fold that down again, and I'm just going to trim that top. There we go. Oh, that is pretty. I like that. It's kind of like a two-tone between the pink and the blue, and there's all the different colours in the map. That's gorgeous. Lovely. And then once that's sewn round, you've got your pocket there, and then you can have it being a top loader or a side loader, or you could do the back in like a coffee dyed paper, and you could have it hinging in or out. Lovely. Right, what's our next one? This one. This one looks complicated, but it's pretty easy. So we're going to start off by just, I don't know if I'm going to, would I lose much of that? We're going to have it peeking out, that'll be fine. Right. We'll start off with that back. And because it's only one sheet of paper, and that's going to become a pocket, I am going to let this just like fold over the top edge ever so slightly, because then that's going to reinforce that edge for when you're putting your ephemera in or out. So there's the back done. Now let's see. I want a nice piece for the front. I want something with a bit of a, I like that because that'll go with the blue of that. So let's get that torn. And you can, I suppose, you could have these so that it still folds out. You know, you could paper clip it to the side of the page. You could have this whole thing fold out to be a secret journal spot. So maybe we might do that. Okay, we'll try that one, and we'll see what it's like. Right, now I've got me bit at the top. And I'm just going to guesstimate this because I'm going to have it fold over. There we go. Right. See how quickly you collect these glue pages? You'll be able to make tons of those. And it's a great way of using up something that would otherwise go in the bin, because I think as junk journalists, the idea of throwing something out is just oh, it's abhorrent, isn't it? You know, it's just not something that you want to ever have to do, especially when you can find a use for it. I'm just trying to line this up with the side. There we go. Doesn't matter if it's a bit long at the bottom, we can fold that over. And then just fold it over there. Snip that bit off there. Now, if we were going to make this a secret journaling spot, which we will, we're going to cover this, and then we're going to cover this. So I'm going to have to put something there, because otherwise it's just not going to look right. Because obviously you're going to be able to see it when it opens up. There we go. So we've got that little bit there to do, but because we now want to make this, I mean, I'm going to probably collage this and then we'll have the journaling spot on the inside. That's probably going to be better, isn't it? Okay, let's just do that entire bit and then we'll wrap it round. Oops. Okay, so coming from this corner, and there we are, perfect. Right, now let's finish this bit here, and hey ho, will this fit? It will if we pull it up a little. Perfect. So you're not losing anything, because even those little shapes that you've torn off you can use again. And you could write on this paper because it is very nice, and it's not too heavily decorated, so you could write on it if you wish to. I'm just going to let that fold round at the top there. There we go, and just snip that bit off. So now we've got it decorated on both sides. So all we've got left to do now is to put a little square of, I'm going to use this packaging paper because it's very versatile and I kind of like it as a writing surface. And it's even got the lines in it. So yeah, it's perfect. That bit over there, and now because it's got the lines in it, it makes it a bit easier for you to be able to get it square. So we're just going to fold it across that line, and hopefully perfect. Right, let's get some glue on this. What I've found about this packaging paper is it tends to like a lot of glue, so don't be stingy. If you're using packaging paper, don't be stingy on the glue, because yeah, it tends to like a lot. Right, let's get this on. Now I'm just going to trim it because we don't want to see it. There we go. And this is where you're going to need your bone folder, because now we've got 3 to 4 layers of paper, and we need to get that crease back in. So there you go. Again, you need your bone folder just to encourage it back into where it was. There we go, perfect. Now you would glue this to your page, so you'll glue it down there and there, so you've got your pocket there. And then what I would suggest is, let me just get a clean page. I would suggest gluing it so that it's on the edge of your page, because then you can pop a little paper clip on to keep that closed, and then when you want to journal on it, you just open it up and there you go. You've got your secret journaling page and 2 pockets, and then that's perfect, isn't it? Isn't that a lovely idea? I love that idea. Okay, so I'm going to pop that aside so that I can sew around the edges. And what we got left, so we'll do this, yeah, we've got these 2 left, and they're basically the same. It's just that one's only got 1 pocket and the other's got 2 pockets, and these are very simple, you know. Let's get some of this and get these covered. And I'm simply going to use the packaging paper because it's so much easier. I have got my coffee dyed paper. I've been dyeing some today, but I still haven't got it sorted out yet. I know. It just takes me a while to get things like sorted and organised. And yeah, I'm well aware that I am not measuring again, and I'll probably end up having to do this twice, but hey ho, this is the way I work. As much as I try to be the organised crafter, it just gets away from me. I'm too enthusiastic for what I'm doing to be able to be organised about it. Does anybody else find that? Drop me a comment and tell me if you're the same. Oh dear me, I am a very, I know that it's like, it doesn't show, but I am an organised person generally, but when it comes to crafting, I'm always far too, like, enthusiastic to get started and to get things done, to think about having to, you know, the fact that I should really be slowing down, taking my time, working things out, having things organised. I just get really stuck into it, and that's how I end up with like so many projects, because I'm always enthusiastic to get on to the next thing, which isn't always good. Right, now I'm going to leave this open on this side. I'm only going to do this one because it's exactly the same process for that one. So what I'm going to do is quickly just going to collage the back. I need a new glue page. See, I'm going to have loads of these pages ready. Like I said, it's a good way of quickly getting lots of ephemera. And because they're going to be pockets, we don't have to go all the way to the edges. Because these are going to cover this up, you see. So just check, yeah, that's going to be fine. And then the only thing we've got left to do is the pockets. So again, you've now got 3 thicknesses of paper, so this is a good idea, a good time to get the bone folder out, just to encourage that crease to go back where, oops, where it's supposed to be. And because the paper is wet, you sometimes have to just give it a little score inside to stop it from bunching up. Sometimes they bunch up. Right, now we just want these done. It's a nice piece. Yeah, okay. I've got glue all over my hands. Now you'll notice that this page is torn off a bit there. I'm not worried, because now I'm folding this over and it's going to secure it and give me back that full page. So yeah, there you go. You don't have to worry that it's torn a tiny little bit at the edge. So we've got one piece at the top. Right. See how quickly these come together? They're great. And the good thing about these is you could do all of these, and you could use the whole lot. You could use corresponding papers to make them, and then you could have a whole set of ephemera for a journal very quickly. You know, it's all going to match together, it's all going to, you know, be the same papers, and you've got a whole set together that's going to be perfect. Now I'm aware that that's going to be the wrong direction, but I don't really care, because, you know, there's no wrong, there's only interesting. And that's the way it should always be. There's no wrong, just interesting. And that's a general life rule as well. There's a bit of wisdom. From the, now there's a crafty idea. Bringing wisdom every day. Doesn't happen often, folks. There we go. Right. And then all I'll do then is I will sew around the whole thing, just a square all the way around. Then you've got your two pockets, one there and one there. And again, you don't have to sew around this. You could just pop your glue in there, and then that's it. You've got a lovely little covered journaling card, and that can pop in any pocket with its own little pockets in. So we have made, and because I've used the same papers, these will all like kind of be a set. So I could use all of these in one journal, and we've got a lovely set of ephemera for one journal. And there you go, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets and a journaling card, and if we were to do that one too, another journaling card. And then all you need to do is make yourself up some tags, and you've got a whole set of ephemera to go into your journal. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and give them a go. Like I said, if it went a little bit fast, just rewind it and I'll show you again how to fold them. And like, you can rewatch, I should say, how to fold them. They're very simple, but once they're all decorated, and especially when they're sewn around, they turn into these beautiful pieces of ephemera that are just absolutely stunning. And you know, who wouldn't want these in a junk journal? They're just absolutely gorgeous, and you've got plenty of places to tuck things and to hide things. And as I said, you could hinge this and have, in fact, all of them, apart from the journal cards, obviously, because they're journal cards, but they can go over the side of a page to become a tuck. So there you go. And they're just, I think they're just stunning, they're gorgeous. And you know, I encourage you to give them a go, because why not? Sit down with your book pages or your old glue pages and just sit and fold them this way, that way, anyway, and see what you come up with, because you'll be surprised what you do come up with. So I hope you've enjoyed that. It's been fun doing them, and I've got, like, now I have tons of ephemera for the junk journals I'm working on. And then once I've sewn these ones up, you know, these are going to just be perfect for what I know exactly which one I'm going to put these ones in, because they're exactly perfect for it. So give it a go. Drop me a comment down below. Tell me if you like this. Tell me which of your favourite one was. And you know, I might actually do some stuffed pockets in a future. We can make an entire stuffed pocket, and then, you know, they're always a lovely thing to send as a gift, especially if you're sending them to a junk journaler. A stuffed pocket is just perfect, because not only have you got that gorgeous piece of ephemera, but then it's all stuck with all these little pieces of ephemera. So we'll do that in a future video. Stay safe, everybody, stay well, and I hope wherever you are that you're staying happy, staying positive, staying healthy. Take care and happy crafting. Bye.